Man, listen, I'm not anti like American, all right, dude. Not anti regular dude. The duped, the doo-doo tested, the used and abused, and pimped and discarded of the American public, right? It's like, but this statism, this blind faith and subservience and obedience to exploiters, manipulators, abusers, liars, the evil, the corrupt. Because, I mean, hey, man, we're not looking at this with rose-colored glasses now. We're taking off the kid gloves and let's just go in. You know what I mean? All right, this blind faith, patsyism, statism, false flaggery, state actor, type political theater nonsense, man. It's like, dude, people use these blanket statements, scapegoat statements like, you better not dishonor your forefathers who fought for freedom to keep you free. Because, I mean, that's a truth, but that's not the truth. That's how the devil works, man. He tells you a truth, but not the whole truth. It does not give you full disclosure. You know what I mean? So it's like, dude, if you look, all wars, there's bankers, man, that fund both sides, dude. And it's basically a form of wealth redistribution. It's a form of power grabbing. It's a way to consolidate power. And for instance, man, like D-Day, they knew it was coming. You know what I'm saying? Freaking, they heard the radio. They leaked that out, man. It's like, look, they went ahead and that one let their guard down to go ahead and it's kind of like when you put your pawns out and let them attack your pawn. Now you know when they're ready to go in for the attack. You know what I'm saying? On that one. And so that's kind of a little bit of false flaggery there. I mean, the Gulf of Tonkin incident was a pretext to entangle people into the Vietnam War. And that was not about keeping Americans safe. That was about an opportunity to not let a good crisis go to waste. And even there's a point where, like, look, everybody's playing this shit correct. There was no crisis. It was a blown out of the proportion thing, or even sometimes where it's the Boston Tea Party, where you dress like Indians and attack something. It's like to conceal your identity, but it's to entangle. It's a diversionary but asymmetrical kind of attack to rouse up your opposition. You know what I'm saying? But then again, you don't want to full out be honest about, you know what I mean? It's like, so, I mean, and that was to secure opium and poppy plants, dude. Every war in the last fucking 40, 50 years, since World War II and World War I. I mean, who knows? There may have been some kind of secondary motives, like, that's when they were, the Nazis were developing methamphetamine and testing it on the troops, and they were also experimenting with that over here. Because, dude, in all honesty, World War I, World War II, you can look back and you can see how Ford donated stuff to the Russian army, and the Bushes helped finance the fascists. You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, look, dude. These dudes were like a legacy presidential bloodline here in America, and their predecessors were involved in this playing both sides of the fence. So it's in, like, other words, it's like, we need this war. So, like, look, these other guys don't even have the money to fund themselves. So here, let's underhandedly, secretly give them enough money, and then we can sit back and we're gaining real-time, real-life, empirical research and data on how to implement such social systems and in the future, like a regime change, a real ideological subversionary Marxist kind of overthrow plot. You know what I'm saying? And this continuity of government, where it's like, look, where they're acting like as if continuity meant keeping the public safe, but no, it's only about keeping the control infrastructure in place, all the investments from the shadow government, from these other interests, these dual citizenship style interests who can help be as go-betweens, kind of like Ben Franklin was doing. He was going to France and England, and he was dabbling with all their occult societies. And George Washington supposedly had a freaking a Jesuit spy guy who would come and meet him at a church every week. He would act like he was some kind of devout churchman, but really he was just going there that was a place to meet his contact, his handler in public. I mean, and there's these shadowy people throughout all history that were stoking the flames, dude, setting it up. Like, listen, they were what is it? No Sen. I think that's what Musashi calls it, to set up. Anyway, Tai no Sen, is that what it is? But anyway, man. So it's like my military family, when they was raising me, they told me, don't never join the military. It goes, and if you ain't got no choice, they were like, go into the Navy or the Air Force, because you'll have a better chance there. But if you join the regular Army, they'll make you infiltrate and send you off to die. I mean, listen, and this is military people. I had at least 3 of them that fucking all gave me that same kind of a freaking pep talk about the truth of the whole matter. These people who fought in wars, okay?
Incoming call from
so
Candy. Press U connect phone button.
Anyway, so on with that. It's the same thing, man, with like Afghanistan. It's like it was some kind of power grab, you know what I'm saying, for poppy fields, man. And it was the same thing with it's the same thing with the people down in South America with the Nicaraguans, freaking in the Rick Ross situation, where they were securing cocaine fields. You know what I'm saying? Freaking it was
phone call completed.
It was quite freaking it's quite horrific, the shenanigans and the connery, and how they dupe patsy patriotic types into this stuff. But no, then there's this also people who just want a machine gun. They want power. They want to shoot people, so they don't care. You know what I'm saying? They employ all their psychopathic what is that shit called, Hessian style freaking deprogramming, MK Ultra freaking programs. You know what I'm saying? Freaking so I mean, dude, the list just goes on and on and on with the incubator babies and the WMDs, these false, just like, look, it's just rumors, as a pretext, as an excuse. Oh, this is why they doing it. Just blindly following. You're getting innocent people killed, man. And these people really do think that they're doing their patriotic duty by towing the party line, man, and just being complacent and enablers in this big freaking duping